We're going to talk about why some people may decide to buy a house in Ghana versus building. There are multiple reasons why somebody would choose to buy a house instead of building. Let's look at some advantages and some disadvantages, right? If you are building, obviously, you're going to save a little bit of money, but it comes with a lot of hustle. And if you don't know the right people, you're going to end up spending way more than if you were to buy. The house that you are buying is never going to be perfect, like how you want it to be if you were to build it yourself. For example, I could buy a house that's very nice, but it's never going to compare to the house that I built with the architect. Like, okay, I want this a certain way. There is going to be certain stuff in the house that it's not to my liking, but it's already there. It's not going to be perfect to my taste. Whereas if I was to build it, I will get exactly what I want. It will be like me manifesting, right? That's a huge difference. But some people will compromise that, or they don't really care much about it to buy. Let's explore why somebody would choose to buy, spend a little bit more money rather than building. Reason number one why somebody would choose to buy instead of building is land issues in Ghana. So if you choose to build a house in Ghana, that means you must purchase land, and that comes with a lot of headaches and issues. The probability of you running into a land issue in Ghana is extremely hard. I think we are looking at about maybe 50 to 60% of you run into land issues in Ghana when you purchase your land. So you have to know what you're doing, and it's a lot of information that you have to know. And if you are not in that space, you've got a problem. You have to be really careful or go for a lawyer, which Africans tend to hate. And then you run into issues when you're building. And another issue is land guards. So that comes with own stress, not a lot of money. But some people just don't want to deal with it at all. Like, they just don't want to deal with it at all. So they will choose to buy. Another reason why somebody might choose to buy instead of building is trusted professionals. So now, I think you have the number one trusted professionals in Ghana, Acadian. Look no further here. That will build for you. Before us, I'm sure there are other companies, but I'm marketing myself, as you can tell. Before us, it's not easy to find somebody that you can trust professionally. Some people are just not even aware of it. Where to find them, they're not on YouTube. Where to find them is a problem. Most of these big companies that you see, they have everything done already and they sell it to you. There's plenty of that. But somebody that will work with you from ground up. I know no other company except us, right? That will work with you from the ground up. We can help you buy land.
Acadian Limited, we are selling more than 4,000 acres in Afinia since I've been getting a lot of requests.
And building everything from scratch. Before us, I don't know any company yet, right? That will give you a bond to insure your money. I don't know anybody that's doing that. So before us, to avoid being screwed over by family members or professionals who do not perform, you just throw your hands up and buy something and then maybe renovate it a bit to your liking. As a matter of fact, let me give you an example. A client of ours actually bought a house and the developers really screw her up by buying inferior stuff. And she found us later. And this is what she said. She said she wished she knew us earlier because though she bought this building, most of the stuff, we had to take it down and give up high quality stuff. So these are some of the stuff that people have to deal with. Though she went to buy, still it happened because she bought it before it was constructed. If you are buying, it's best to buy something that's already done or have something agreement that they must use certain stuff because it's Ghana that we live in. So some people don't want to just deal with the hassle and people, screw them over, land issues, and a whole bunch of stuff. And maybe they might actually need, especially foreigners. They don't know anybody. Foreigners tend to buy a lot, like Black Americans, Europeans that come here. They don't know the procedure of building and all that stuff. They don't know anybody. The probability of them being screwed is 10 times higher than, if local Ghanaians living abroad are getting screwed, you can imagine, a foreigner. So they go straight into buying because first of all, they might want to move sooner time-wise, the time limit, they might want to buy. And they don't really care about, the developer is always going to make a profit on the house. It's a must, that it's a business. So they don't care about that, they just go for it. Another reason why you might want to buy instead of building is because you want a prime area. If you want a prime area and you're trying to buy land there, you have a huge issue, right? You're taking a risk on like $200,000, $300,000. It's not worth it. So if you want a prime area or you want an apartment, you want a studio, 2-bedroom and an apartment building, then, buying an apartment makes all the sense in the world. Because you're going to be in the city, you're going to be in a very prime location, and you cannot go and buy there and build. You can, but you are risking a lot of money, and that land is hot. So it's a lot of issues on it. You're just not risking like $300,000, $200,000, $100,000, hoping that there's no issues on the land. So people just buy in these prime areas. It makes sense because you just can't find the land to build. Why will some people build instead of buying? Because building, first of all, in the long run, you're going to save some money because you are building. The professional fees is not going to be, we come in, we charge you our professional fees, we get the job done for you. It's not going to be the same as us planning everything for you, building, and then selling to you. You're gonna have a little profit on there for all the planning, using our money to even start, right? So it's gonna be a little bit more. So you save money on that. You get the house to look exactly how you want it to look like. Bigger spaces, right? When we're doing business, we building to sell for you. The space is probably not going to be as big, but you get the spaces just how you want it to be, customized to your personality, to exactly how you want it to be, right? So it's a huge advantage for people who build their houses, and it's quite an experience. You would never have that feeling of when you buy a house, the feeling of you building something from imagination, working with an architect closely, and then seeing that happen and manifest over time. It's one of the most beautiful feelings that you probably will have in your entire life. It's amazing to see that manifest in its physical form to exactly what you wanted it to be. And you cannot get that from buying because it's already there, you buy. But you can get that feeling from renovation and stuff like that though. So some people buy and then they renovate, you can have that feeling. Another reason why you want to build it is maybe you want a bigger green area. Like I said, okay, I want 2 plus, 1 acre. You can literally just do whatever you want, right? And if you're buying too, there's a time limit. No developer is going to give you like 10 years to pay it off. You might have to go for a mortgage in Ghana, and the interest rate is crazy. 13% if you got good stuff going on and you're paying back in dollars. 13% if you're paying back in cities, you could be looking at upwards of 25%. Bizarre. There's a lot of pressure if you're trying to buy. Whereas if you're trying to build, you can take your time, buy the land now, that's what you've got. You do your design, that's what you've got. You do foundation, you wait. So most people in Ghana, it takes them like 7 to 20 years before they finish building their house because there is no loans involved. They are doing everything on their own pace and eventually they get it done. So time is a huge factor if you want to build on your own because you don't have that pressure and you could do it on your own pace without having to pay interest on, insane mortgages in Africa. The mortgage rate in Africa is just insane. That's why people just don't take it. I don't want to go off topic, but the only way that interest rate can, kind of make sense is if you have like a quick turnover business. Like you buy something, you sell it real quick. These are the reasons why somebody will choose to buy a house instead of building. Building, you save money, you get it to exactly how you want it to be. You get the time to take your time to build if you don't have the money over time. And I've given the differences, or finding trusted people to build, right? I give all of that. But now you have Arcadian Limited. We are here to do exactly what you would get if you were to buy. We have land. So you can just start from us, from buying land, building everything. You have the same stress-free as you buying. The only difference is you're not spending as much. And you got professionals. Your money is guaranteed. I don't know why you would not take it. I'll take it. I took it. That's how I got my house built. And other people are taking it. Less stress. Everything is just professional, easy going. This concludes the video. If you've not subscribed to the channel already, kindly do so. Like this video as it helps with the algorithm. Comment. Let me know what you think. And until next time, my friends, be legendary. Peace.